What's up, everyone? It's Friday. We're back with the last analysis of the week. AUD Cat respected our analysis like we expected. We were targeting this low. We took out that low. Right now, we're waiting for price to develop further because we didn't really get a break, but we did target that low, so that's good. Right now, I'm just going to be waiting to see what happens next. ADCHF. So we did sweep that liquidity down here. For now, the expectation is to trade back into supply. So you could look for longs back into supply. Do keep in mind that you're going counter trend, and the overall expectation is to trade short. Next up, AUD JPY, nothing changed. AUD NZD didn't change either. AUD USD is still following that analysis of last week. I noticed today that a lot of our analysis played out too, which is always nice to see. Basically, we're targeting that low down there. We're just waiting right now to take out that low. So you could look for shorts to basically facilitate that down move. CAD CHF, we finally broke out of that range. We're now trading back into supply. You can look for shorts from that supply. You can see that we already got a reaction off of it. The expectation is to take out that low. Do keep in mind that we have a lot of liquidity here, which does lower your probability of this analysis playing out. CAD JPY, so the analysis on CAD JPY was to trade back into demand, right? Similar to all the other JPY pairs too. So you could look for shorts basically back into demand. Do keep in mind that we tapped the EQ or the 0.5 level, so the probability of trading back into demand is a little bit lower. CHF JPY is similar to the other JPY pairs. Euro AUD, we're still waiting on that change of character. Once we get that change of character, we can start looking for shorts back into demand, and then once we tap demand, we're going to look for longs to the upside. Euro CAD is pretty much the same thing. Euro CHF is also very similar. Euro GBP, our analysis finally played out. Like we said, if you go back to last week's analysis, I mentioned how after liquidating all of these lows like that, my expectation was to take out that high and get a reversal, which is exactly what happened. We were building up some liquidity, and then we took out that liquidity, moved to the upside, and now my expectation is to trade back into demand. Once we tap demand, we're going to be looking for long. So it's always nice to see how many of our analyses are actually playing out. Euro JPY, pretty much the same as the other JPY pairs. Euro NZD, waiting on that change of character. Once we get that change of character, we're going to be trading shorts back into demand. Once we tap demand, we're going to be looking for the longs. Euro USD, we're looking for shorts into demand, similar to the other Euro pairs. Once we tap demand, we're going to be looking for longs. GBP AUD, our analysis played out nicely. We were expecting price to trade back into demand, which is pretty much what happened. We did tap the open of our demand. We could go a little bit lower. Do keep in mind that the lower we go, the riskier it gets. So you could either wait for a clear change of character and then start looking for longs to take out that high. That's what I'm personally going to be doing. GBP CAD hasn't really changed. GBP CHF, we finally broke out of that range. We did to the downside. Now we're expecting a reaction off of that supply zone. Do keep in mind that you have a lot of liquidity here, which lowers the probability of this analysis playing out. GBP NZD is similar to the other pair that we talked about, which was GBP AD. Yeah, also played out nicely. The expectation was to trade back into demand. I was mentioning you could have taken shorts from here, and now you can take shorts from there. Do keep in mind that we tapped the EQ, so we did tap the 0.5 level. So now shorts are a lot lower probability right now. The expectation is to take up that high. EU played out perfectly like we analyzed. This was a liquidity sweep. We tapped into that higher supply zone, and then we targeted these lows. These lows got taken yesterday, so it's always nice to see that. A lot of our members were able to capitalize on that. I know a lot of our members were in that short trade too, which is always nice to see. SDCAT hasn't changed. SDCHF playing out nicely as we expected. We were analyzing the bearish order flow. We were saying that price was going to follow the bearish order flow, which is exactly what happened. So we're just now looking for shorts to take out this low too. Except NZD JPY hasn't changed. NZD USD following our analysis nicely. We did take out that low that we mentioned, but for now we pulled back a little bit. So right now I'm just staying out of NZD USD. USD CAT hasn't changed. USD CHF hasn't really changed either. UJ similar to the other JPY pairs. And last is gold. Gold played out perfectly like we analyzed. We were expecting shorts back into demand. That's exactly what happened. Now that we tapped demand, we got a reaction off of it, so you could be in a break-even move already. The expectation is to take out that high. Do keep in mind that there's liquidity and imbalance below here, so not a lot of imbalance, but there's definitely some imbalance. So do keep in mind that does lower your probability of this analysis playing out. All right, that's it for this week. I'll be back on Monday with another analysis.